Hi guys, Angelo here of Lambros Realty, and here I am with the May 2020 Cherrybrook property market announcement. Just an update as per usual to let you know what's happening, and I'll get straight into it, right? And the results are quite interesting, I think a lot of you may find. So in May there were 17 registered home sales. Of those registered home sales, the median sat at 1.5 million, the highest sale being 1.76, and the average days on market sitting at 58. Now, we compare this to May last year, right? There were 17 registered home sales, so more than double. The median sat at 1.29, so significantly lower. The highest sale was 1.68, and the average days on market was 31. So basically, the current statistics are likely going to defy all logic to most of you, right? By that I mean, everything you see in the media is nothing but doom and gloom, and I guess it has its merits. The coronavirus pandemic is something we've never seen before. The civil unrest and protests we're seeing happening in America, and slowly it's starting in Australia and may happen across the world. And, if it's not that, there's talks of a recession. Announcements by Josh Frydenberg. So there's a lot happening, but underneath it all, there's a counter to that. So when you hear things such as recessions taking place, we've now got a stimulus package that is now allowing for $25,000 to assist with home renovations. Now, obviously, there's a set of you've got to read the fine print. It's it's not. It probably won't apply to most people in Cherrybrook, is what I'm saying. But the point is, there's still stimulus packages out there now. That doesn't happen if there's a recession. Now, the bottom line is, if you break down the figures, okay, the median price is up 50,000 from what it was last month. So the median was 1.45. There were 6 sales last month. I wouldn't be too deterred by the fact there are low sales. The fact there are low sales is actually a good thing, right? And this is a sort of media coverage that's playing into the hands of the Cherrybrook homeowner at the moment, because Cherrybrook as a suburb is an established suburb where most have paid off their mortgages and don't have that pressure of needing to sell. So hence the reason you're not going to see an influx of stock on the market. It'll be the opportunities for buyers will be few and far between for nice homes out there. It always has been the case for Cherrybrook historically, and it seems to remain resilient even through the coronavirus, in which case we have seen the worst of it, with April probably being the worst. So, and the median price, I'm just reading my notes here, is up 16.28% from this time last year. So that's staggering, right? That's staggering for something that's meant to be a global pandemic. We're doing incredibly well. So again, I guess the prime reason behind this, you're always where there's a pro, there's a con. As I mentioned with the Josh Frydenberg recession announcement, now we're announcing stimulus packages. All that aside, there's one underlying factor, and if there's one message I want to make loud and clear, for those of you that know me well, probably know what I'm going to say. It's basic economics, supply and demand, right? When supply is low and demand's there, it's going to command a good price. The same is true in anything you do, right? Whether it's buying houses, whether it's buying motor vehicles, right? I saw statistics reading that new car sales are down 42%. Well, obviously because they're stuck in transit. But I bet my bottom dollar, if you look at the figures, dealer demos or runouts or those sort of things, I think you'll find that you'd be hard pressed to find one of those cars there, because they're getting snapped up quite quickly. So there's always another side to the story. Now, what I'm saying is you don't have to go looking for the other side of the story, right? It all comes down to supply and demand. That's the crux. And at the moment in Cherrybrook, as of today being Friday, the 5th of June, as I'm recording this video, there's 25 homes listed for sale. Now, the suburb average is 25 to 30, so we're still on the lower end of the spectrum. And the thing that is also worth noting, the homes that, so of the 25, at least half of them have been on there for, a significant amount of time. By significant, I am saying 60 plus days, okay? which is drawing the average out to the 58 days. Now, what that's saying about Cherrybrook is homeowners don't need to sell unless they get the price they want. There's no pressure there. So it doesn't surprise me that days on market have increased. But you'll notice that the new homes that are emerging and entering the market that, are on people's hot lists will get good sales results and will sell relatively quickly. That being said, as a seller, you probably don't want to be too greedy because look, supply and demand could change in a month, 2 months, who knows? But in saying that, you will likely hold off, and which is the case in Cherrybrook, and it's what I've seen over my time. So I hope that sort of sums up, gives you a summary. The one thing, just on something I've never mentioned in my past videos, is when I do these videos, I do them on the first Friday of every month. So I have been asked, when's the video coming? Just for you guys out there, it comes on the first Friday of every month, so you know for future reference. So I guess, look, bottom line is you can read all the media hype and look and obviously listen to what's going on to assess your own opinion. But again, the facts don't lie, and these are the facts. These are the sales volumes. This is what's happening. The facts are suggesting that Cherrybrook is progressing along quite nicely, and that is primarily due to supply and demand. You look at the supply, and if you're looking to buy, you probably want to wait till supply increases, if it increases, when it increases. If you're a seller, you're going to hold until stock levels are low, which I'm noticing some of the savvy sellers at the moment are taking advantage of this opportunity. So I hope that sums it up. If anybody has any further questions, Angelo Lambropoulos, Director of Lambros Realty, you can obviously come in and see me at the office. We're now open again, obviously full-time, due to the restrictions have been eased, which we're at Apple Tree Shops, Cherrybrook. You can call me, being 0294810999, or simply email me on info@lambrosrealty.com.au. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next month.